She left, and it cut deeper than you thought. Not because she was perfect, but because you gave everything, your attention, your energy, your loyalty, and she moved on like none of it mattered. While you're still stuck overthinking every last message, she's out smiling like it never happened. You still look at her photos hoping to feel something, but the truth is, she's already forgotten you. And that's exactly why this message will change you. You don't need closure, you don't need her back. You need to become the version of yourself who would never fall for her twice. Comment, "I choose power" below if you're done suffering in silence and ready to evolve into someone unbreakable. This isn't a pep talk. This is a mental weapon for men who've had enough of being emotionally dragged, used, ignored, and left questioning their own worth. If you've been broken, betrayed, and left unread, this isn't a video. This is your blueprint to complete mental transformation. You support this channel. You help us reach more men who are a heartbreak away from losing themselves completely. Support us so we can keep turning pain into power for every man that needs this. Number 1. Detach emotionally. Detachment is not indifference, it's power. It's when you stop assigning someone else the authority over your emotions, your mental peace, your focus. You are not cold for protecting your soul. You are not heartless for setting fire to the bridges that once led you into emotional captivity. What you are is finally free. You've spent days, maybe weeks, scrolling her profile like every new picture she posts is another jab into your ribs. You don't eat right. You don't train. You're barely working with any clarity. Why? Because somewhere inside, you're still clinging to this fantasy that she's going to suddenly realize she made a mistake and come running back, apologizing, begging. But let's be brutally clear, she's not coming back. Not because you're unworthy, but because you never should have bet your identity on her attention to begin with. You weren't in love. You were addicted to the idea of who you thought she was, addicted to what she represented: comfort, validation, distraction, ego. So how do you detach? Not with quotes on Instagram, not with weak promises to move on. You detach by shifting your obsession from her to the life you're about to create without her. You write your goals down. You start with your health, not to impress her, but because your body is your first act of rebellion. You cut out emotional poison, block her, mute her name, throw away the hoodie, delete the voice notes you keep replaying like some kind of twisted therapy. You stop visiting the graveyard of your past expecting closure from someone who already closed the chapter without your consent. You get silent. You journal your thoughts and rewrite the script. You stop seeking her presence and start chasing your own presence. Who are you without her? That's where detachment begins. Get so damn busy working on your vision, your craft, your strength, your peace, that even if she begged to come back, she wouldn't recognize the man you've become. Emotional detachment isn't apathy, it's self-defense. It's you realizing that your feelings are yours, and you don't hand them over to people who don't value them. Start talking to yourself with the same patience, energy, and passion you wasted trying to prove your worth to someone who walked away. You never needed her. You needed you. Number 2, break the illusion. Breaking the illusion is about exposing the mental prison you've locked yourself inside. You thought she was the one because she made you feel seen, understood, wanted for a while. But then it ended, and instead of seeing her for who she really is, you clung to the fantasy. That fantasy is what's killing you. The late-night thoughts, the what-ifs, the maybe she'll change delusions. None of that's real. She's not coming back. And even if she did, it wouldn't be the version of her you're obsessed with. You're not in love with her. You're in love with the way she made you feel when life was easier and you didn't feel this alone. That's why it hurts so much. But pain is clarity. And now You need to rebuild with truth, not nostalgia. The illusion says you lost something valuable. Reality says you were being slowly drained and didn't even notice it. That's how dangerous illusions are. They keep you stuck, replaying moments that weren't even as beautiful as you remember. Write this down. If it was real, it wouldn't have ended. Tattoo that into your decisions, and then act on it. Go into your digital life and purge everything tied to her, photos, messages, memories disguised as bookmarks. Erase her like she never existed. Because the truth is, you've existed longer without her than with her. And guess what? You survived before. You'll conquer now. Replace the illusion with a plan. Take 60 minutes every morning and dedicate them to building your mind. Read biographies of real builders, journal your truths, plan your days like war strategies. Start investing time into becoming the version of you that no longer fantasizes about people who couldn't even meet your emotional needs. She wasn't your soulmate. She was your mirror, revealing the parts of you that needed fixing, so fix them. You felt abandoned because you abandoned yourself. Reverse it. Every time you think about her, stop and do 25 push-ups. Make pain a cue for action. Do it enough, and eventually your body will learn. Thinking about her leads to building yourself. That's the alchemy. Break the illusion by facing the facts. She didn't love you the way you deserved. She loved you the way that was convenient. She didn't walk away from perfection. She left because she saw you didn't see your own value, and now you do, or at least you will. From now on, illusions get no airtime. You face facts, live forward, and train your mind to fall in love with the reality you're building, not the one you lost. That's how legends rise. They don't mourn ghosts. They break chains. And you've got a lot of breaking to do. Number 3. Channel pain to power. Pain is not your enemy. It's your engine. The reason it hurts is because you still haven't learned how to turn that fire into fuel. That ache in your chest when you see her name, that lump in your throat when you remember how she used to laugh with you, that silence in your room where her voice used to live, all of that is raw, unfiltered power waiting to be redirected. But most people numb it. They binge, they scroll, they run from it. But not you, not anymore. You want to become powerful. Sit in your pain, feel every sharp edge of it, then build. Then move. Pain becomes purpose when it's assigned a mission. Start by assigning yours. Write your goals down, not just vague dreams. Write with blood. Write what you will achieve in the next 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Be ruthless with your ambition. Detail it, date it. Then every time the pain hits, go to that notebook and add one more thing you did to move closer. If you felt worthless when she left, it's because you put your entire worth in her hands. Time to take it back by creating undeniable evidence that you are becoming something extraordinary. Every ignored message is a representative. Every night crying into your pillow is now a training session. Pain gives you 2 options: become a victim or a weapon. You've cried enough. Now building. Use the pain to destroy your weaknesses. Use it to become sharper, colder, stronger. Wake up before the sun rises. Claim hours the world wastes. Let your pain be the reason you no longer snooze alarms. Let it fuel your discipline so deeply that laziness becomes disgusting. Track your meals. Track your progress. Track your income. Track your thoughts. If you're in pain, track how many times it hits you a day and what action you took every time it came. Train yourself to associate heartbreak with hustle. Pain doesn't leave you weaker. It uncovers the savage underneath. Let her memory make you better. Every time you hear her name, invest another $50 in your business. Every time you feel lonely, finish one more chapter of a life-changing book. Take that agony and forge it into ambition so massive that the world stops to watch. Don't talk about pain. Transmute it. Turn it into gains, into discipline. into obsession with mastery, into the life that makes her absence irrelevant. Don't wait for healing. Build your way out of it. No more crying over lost love. Cry from how hard you trained today. Sweat more than you grieve. Burn more calories than tears. Trade regret for results. That's how you turn heartbreak into horsepower. The people who hurt you should regret what they lost, not because you told them, but because they'll watch you glow from the sidelines of the life they'll never touch again. That's the revenge. That's the evolution. That's the pain becoming power. Number 4, discipline over drama. Discipline is not something you try. It's who you become. You don't try to show up. You build a life where showing up is the baseline, and you sure as hell don't let emotional chaos distract you from the path. Every day you let drama win, you lose. Every conversation you replay in your head, every moment you waste stalking her feed, every argument you replay in the shower is robbing your future. Because the mind only has so much focus, and you're feeding yours to ghosts. Cut that off. Drama can't survive in a life built on structure. Set your daily routine, lock it down. 6 a.m. wake up, cold shower. 1 hour of reading, gym, meal prep, business building. Track it, score it, compete with your yesterday. This is how you eliminate drama, by leaving no oxygen for it. Fill your day with such clarity that distraction feels like betrayal. You'll know you're changing when checking her Instagram feels like cheating on your destiny. Because it is. When you're on mission, you don't have time for petty arguments. You don't have time for, why didn't she love me? You're too busy becoming undeniable. Want peace? Get disciplined. Want revenge? Get structured. Want freedom? Build habits so powerful that chaos dies before it reaches you. Start every morning with a 3x3 card. Write 3 priorities, 3 values, 3 reasons why you must win. And tape it to your mirror. If you're tempted to scroll, look at it. If you're tempted to beg, look at it. If you're tempted to give up, look at it. Drama is attractive to the undisciplined because chaos feels like excitement when your life lacks order. But when you build a routine so powerful that every hour has a purpose, drama feels like poison, and you'll spit it out. You don't argue anymore. You execute. You don't prove anything. You become so high value that their silence becomes irrelevant. Track your time like it's money, because it is. If you wouldn't give her $10,000, why are you giving her 10,000 thoughts? Discipline protects your peace. It protects your heart. It protects your evolution. Stop being available for distractions. Start being committed to growth. Every hour spent doubting is an hour someone else is outworking you. Every second in drama is a second you weren't leveling up. From now on, every time you think of her, ask yourself, did I hit my targets today? Did I honor my word today? Did I show up or did I fold? Because only one of those versions deserves the life you're chasing. The disciplined version, not the emotional one, not the reactive one, the one who shows up, especially on the days it hurts the most. That's who wins. That's who heals. That's who dominates. No more drama. Only discipline. Number 5. Build unshakable focus. Focus isn't about blocking distractions. It's about building a life so meaningful that distractions can't survive in it. You're not lost because she left. You're lost because your attention has no home. You gave it to someone who didn't ask for it. Now you're staring at blank walls, wondering where the spark went. The spark is inside the work you keep avoiding. The spark lives in the discipline that scares you. Focus is the most lethal asset on the planet, because the second you master it, nothing, not her, not your past, not your doubt, can stop you. You're not heartbroken, you're underdeveloped, you're not crushed, you're untrained. And you think about her because there's still room in your life for mental clutter. You still have space she used to fill, and now you don't know what to do with it. But this is the moment you stop trying to replace her and start replacing yourself. Not with someone else, with the version of you who never needed her validation in the first place. Most people go their entire lives without ever mastering focus because they're afraid of silence. But silence is where warriors are made. The quiet space between distractions is where real transformation takes shape. Focus isn't a tactic, it's a lifestyle. It's the food you eat, the sleep you get, the content you consume, the people you keep, and the questions you stop asking. When your entire life becomes intentional, there's no room for accident. There's no room for wondering why she left, because you're too focused on making sure the next one has to work 10 times harder to get near you. You move differently when you build something valuable. When your business, your body, your mind, and your network are growing, women become options, not obsessions. Obsession belongs to your future. Every minute you spend zoning out over her memory is a minute someone else is building the life you keep fantasizing about. You don't need therapy. You need targets, real ones. And the only therapy that works long-term is the kind that results in physical transformation and undeniable evidence of your growth. The world isn't built for the distracted. It chews them up. It buries them. You don't rise because you wish. You rise because you're focused when it hurts. You're focused when no one claps. You're focused when you're still invisible. That's when the game changes. You don't build a new life by waiting for someone to rescue you. You build it by waking up like your survival depends on it. Focus is how you protect your evolution. It's how you protect your peace, and eventually, it becomes how you protect your empire. Number 6. Never chase again. Chasing is the language of the lost. It's the currency of the insecure, and it's the reason you keep ending up in the same emotional ditch. She didn't leave because you weren't good enough. She left because she could. And that's all the reason you need to stop running after people who walk away like you're replaceable. When someone can leave you and feel nothing, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of how much they didn't value it. But you make that worse by chasing, because every step you take toward them is a step away from yourself. Chasing someone who chooses distance is the fastest way to destroy your own identity. You dilute yourself with every text, every second guess, every apology for things you didn't even do. And the cruel part, the more you chase, the less they respect you, because people don't value what's handed to them for free. They value what's rare, what's earned, what's grounded in self-respect. When you chase, you become emotionally bankrupt. You bleed value trying to buy back someone who already spent you. But the moment you stop chasing, the entire energy shifts. You become the one who decides. You become the one who sets the tone. And even if they don't come back, you come back to yourself. That's the real win. Stop looking for signs. Stop looking for closure. Stop looking for her to wake up and realize how great you were. If she couldn't see it when she had it, she doesn't deserve to see it when it's evolved. You were never supposed to convince someone to stay. The minute it becomes convincing, the love is gone. From now on, you stop chasing not because of ego, but because your time is sacred. Your energy is royalty. You're building something now. You're not begging people to come with you. They either keep up or disappear in the rear view. You don't extend bridges to those who burnt them. You don't offer peace to those who weaponized your kindness. You're done with that life. You don't pursue, you attract. You don't apologize for raising your standards. You enforce them without saying a word. The best apology for being desperate in the past is being undeniable in the present. No more calling, no more checking, no more wondering. If she wants to reach you, she better have a map, and the price just went up. Chasing is for amateurs. You're not an amateur anymore. You're a builder, a creator, a leader. And leaders don't chase. They create gravity, so strong that everything worth keeping finds its way to them. Everything else? Just noise. Silence it. You've been wandering through emotional fog for too long, clutching onto memories, dragging old hopes, replaying moments that no longer serve you. But now you've seen the truth. You've felt it in every sentence. The person you were when she left is gone, dead, buried. And what rises now is a force she'll never be ready for. You don't need closure from someone who never understood your value. You don't need validation from someone who only loved the version of you that didn't love himself yet. You are not a victim of love. You are a product of every scar that didn't break you. There's a new law now. You no longer chase. You attract. You no longer beg. You build. You no longer react. You rule. And from this moment forward, every thought, every breath, every step you take is either building you or breaking you, and you're done breaking. When she left, she thought it was the end. But she had no idea that all she really did was ignite the version of you that was too powerful to love her the way you used to. Comment, "I choose power" right now if you feel this deep in your bones. If this video hit something raw, if it shook your mindset, if you're ready to never go back. Because your old life ends here, your new one starts now. Support this channel, not for me, but for you. Because we're not here for likes. We're here to make sure no man stays stuck in the dark while the world teaches him to suffer in silence. We're here to rebuild minds, rewire pain, and wake people up before it's too late. Every view, every comment, every subscription pushes this truth further into the world. And maybe, just maybe, it reaches someone before they send that one last message, before they waste another year chasing someone who already moved on. By supporting this movement, you're giving fire to the ones who forgot how to fight. You're putting this message into the hands of the next man about to break, and maybe saving him from doing something he can't undo.